What's up? Creepers and Geekers, Christy, Atari Creep. How's everyone doing today? I'm still trying to wake up. So I figured, I'm going to stream for a little bit while I drink my coffee instead of watching videos. I plan on going for a few walks today. There's trails all over the place. I think I'm gonna go hit the trails today. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe after I'm done with this, I'll be like, nah, I'll just eat Pop-Tarts all day and scratch my butt. I have no idea if anyone's even gonna come on. It's a lot earlier than I normally would do anything like this. I try to catch people in the afternoon, but it's kind of tough, I'd like to do these at night, but, you get the family around. Although I do have that little room I can disappear into that I keep forgetting about. Because we're not even fucking done with it. We'll play games here in a little bit. Let me see what's going on with the strem. Jet, what's going on, buddy? What's the good word? I'm just checking something real quick here. I fucking hate that thumbnail. I don't know what to do with that. Oh, man. I got no real agenda today. I got some games pulled up. We'll play. And I'm repping the metal today. No bluesy or jazzy stuff. It's all about the metal. I picked up a new toy. I like it too. Right on, man. Morning, Cheryl. Look at this fucking thing. You know what this thing is? It's fucking mine. That's not real. It's not real. This is, people call Chibsons and Chibanez. I call this a Chi SP. I had this fake Universe 7-string that was gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. But it had a Floyd on it. And the idea was I was just going to upgrade the Floyd to a Godot. That would have been about $160. Of course, the tuners were garbage. And there was just a lot about it I just didn't want to even deal with. I hate Floyd Roses, but I was excited to have a 7-string. So maybe that's something I can aspire to here in the future. But it just didn't seem like it was for me. So I put it up for trade. I was kind of hoping to get a non-trem 7-string, like a hardtail Ibanez, or I was even okay with getting a Geo, a really nice looking Geo. I don't care. The 7-string was just going to be the bash on once in a while. But no one bid on it. So, and when I say that, it sounds like I said bid. It wasn't up for auction. Bit, like a fish nibble. So I started harassing people with my link. I'm like, here's my ad. I swear to God, it's a great guitar. Please trade me so I can have something to play. That's all I wanted, something aggressive to play. Everything I have here is blues and jazzy, You can play metal on it, but it just doesn't sound or feel right. So I kind of gave up on it. In fact, some of you folks that got some faith might like this. The night before this came into existence in my world. No, the night before. So 2 days before. I was going through some shorts. I'm really getting into those. I don't know why. I feel like a fucking dribbling idiot. I'm consuming. Consume. And there was this one thing about a prayer or something like that, and God tells them, look, you don't have it now because I ain't letting you have it. But if you just relax a little bit, I'll give it to you in time. So I actually said, you know what, I'll just stop bugging people. I'll just leave it out there and let the universe decide what to happen. And Saturday morning, I think it was, yeah. I was drinking my coffee, going through the marketplace, and this popped up. And I messaged the dude and said, hey, I'm thinking I'm going to take my ad down, but just before, you want to trade a copy for a copy. I think that's exactly how I worded it. Copy for a copy. And then sent him the link. And within like a half hour, he was like, fuck yeah, bro. I love Ibanez style guitars, and I don't have a 7-string. So I'm like, you'll really do it? And he's like, absolutely. And he was like an hour and 45 minutes away, one way, you know. So I was like, hey, to my lady, you want to go on a road trip? And one of the kids came with us. It turned out actually to be fun. We stopped at a rest stop that had Johnny Appleseed shit. And they really liked the giant apple, I guess. I don't know. And we made it there. You know, we stopped for this. Came back. It was a good time. Good time with the family. And I got to sing home, and I've been ecstatic ever since. I'm super stoked. It needs love. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's a Chinese knockoff, but what they do is they build great bones and then they throw crap on it. This guy already upgraded the bridge and the pickups. I'm not a fan of the pickups, but I don't think they came stock. I think he was legit when he said I took them out of something else, because they're ESP branded active pickups. I mean, they're legit, you know, plug and play, but there are cheap active pickups out there now that very well could have been what came in here. But he did change the bridge. I know that. It's a roller bridge. It's okay. Feels fine. I just don't like the tone that's coming out of it. But yeah, that's the origin of this. It's a copy of an ESP Explorer, James Hetfield, Metallica. And this one's the the elusive elk skull guitar. He doesn't play it too often anymore, does he? I think he came out with this right around the load and the reload days. I think that's about right. So Jet says the sun hits my window at 8:30 a.m. Yeah, there's a beam right in your face. I've had those rooms. I got my Neo Geo controller and a 161 in one cart. Nice, dude. Nice. I hope you're enjoying that. That's rad. That's pretty cool. Again, not for me, but all my picks are flat. I haven't gone. Actually, in April, I went to Guitar Center and got a couple of packs of strings and a pack of picks. I must have left it on top of the car when I was fishing for things in my pocket because they're not here at the house. So I've been dealing with these little flat picks all freaking day, all week. So it's kind of hard to do the whole galloping thing, you know. Downstroking, yeah, it works. Copyright strike! Oh shit, where was it? I haven't played that in forever. My apologies. You need new picks. I need new picks. I need strings. I need all of the above. But, it is what it is. Well, they come in packs of like 10, I think. Something like that. Don't worry about it. I'm on it. And I'll explain that to you later. Come crawling faster. Yep. It's all a disaster. Blaster master. Castor oil. Anyone have to do the castor oil when they were kids? Oh wow, I forget how to play that too. Alright, we're gonna figure this out. Gosh darn it. Alright, Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Whatever. Yeah, this thing needs some fret work. It needs new hardware, and I wanna put a new nut on it. So there's a company out there called Tusk. For those who don't do the guitar thing, it's a self-lubricating graphite kind of situation. So, and they make them for all kinds of widths with the grooves already started, and it just takes a little bit of finesse to dial it in for your guitar. A lot of times you just have to lower it, just get a piece of sandpaper and just rub it until it, checking it periodically to make sure you're not overdoing it. But I did just a couple little things. I want to change out the electronics. These ones are wicked microphonic. Like anytime I touch the guitar, it translates onto the amp. I could yell into it and you could hear me. I don't think the microphone would pick it up, but I can clearly hear it here, which would be fun if my delay pedal worked. But what are you gonna do? Damn it. It is what it is. Let's play some games. Let me put this down. We can play some games. Die by my hand. Alright, let me pull the game up. Because that's probably the most important part of this whole thing, Me being able to see the friggin' game. So let me make sure I get some volume for you guys. Let me make sure this volume. I didn't really set this up proper. My apologies, guys. Stand by. Stand by. Here we go. So, one of my buddies here has been asking me to play this. As a matter of fact, when we did the repair of the controller earlier or late last week, he's like, now play with the new, and I'm like, I don't have a copy of this. I thought I did. I looked. I don't have a copy. It must be a memory from Arizona. I actually remember having two of them. One with a label, one with a, half fucked up label. I'm not very good at this game because it requires a lot of super duper, like really quick response. And my brain just can't handle that, Oh shit, let me start over. I wasn't even looking at the fucking screen. I wasn't even looking at the screen. Okay, here we go. Let me get into my groove. Because this game definitely needs a groove, right? Yeah, let's get this thing. Let's eat these fuckers. Just get them. I'm running away like little bitches. Oh, now I'm running away like a little bitch. Wrong one, dude. I want to go down. Poo-poos. Whee! Oh, I wanted to go down there too. There we go. No! Oh, damn it. Oh, how did I survive that? Come on, man. There we go. Gee whiz. I just want to clear one board. For the love of Pete. OEB Pete, that is. I missed that dude. He was the most... Ah, shit. I went up the wrong one. I zigged when I should have zagged. Alright, so that's it. I got dead. Okay, hold on. Chat's happening. Come crawling faster. Cheryl said, okay, plaster, caster. No, Nurse Ratchet wasn't that mean to us. Talk later. Oh, God, okay. Alright. Let's play. Let's play some Jawbreaker. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Oh, I went down to the fucking wrong one, man. Oh, actually, I don't think I'm playing like I don't give a shit. Oh, man. Shit, wrong way, bro. Yeah, I don't really give a shit about eating the fucking baddies. I just want to fucking clear the stuffs, Make the stuffs happen. Really great dynamic. I really think they did an amazing job with this game. That was weird. I didn't even see the... Oh! I didn't mean to do that, man. That's not where I was going. Oh, I don't know if that's the controller or if that's just me. Honestly. I didn't mean to do that. I wonder if this controller is just not good for something like this. I think I need a joystick. I think I need a fucking joystick for this game, but that's alright. Let's keep playing. Let's keep playing, because it's fucking fun, right? It's fun to be stressed out. That's what this is all about, right? That was me. I'll admit the poor choices I make. That right there is the question. Can you make it in time? Ah, that was slick. That was slick as fuck. No, wrong one, dude. At least I always get that guy. There we go. I might clear a whole fucking board. That looked like I knew what I was doing. When the reality is, I didn't know I don't know shit from Shinola. Yeah, I got stuck there. Alright, let's go. There we go. Brush my teeth. Ironic, I know. I don't need the comments. But yeah, this is definitely one of those games where you gotta fucking practice. Game over. Game over. Let's play a little bit more. A little more. So I think my strategy is going to be just focus on one half of the board. And in this case, it's the top half. Fuck, I wanted to go up. No. Ah, he zigged when I zagged. Alright, let's go. Let's do this, man. Down, bro! I got stuck. This is fucking hurting my forearms. This isn't very pleasurable. This isn't pleasurable. I'm not having fun anymore. Can I go home? Oh, that yellow motherfucker. Go up. I'm wondering if it's not just a style of controller then. I'm using the modern controller from Atari. And it's that stupid disc. Yeah, see, I didn't mean to do that either. Alright, we're playing another game. We're going to play another game. What are we going to do? I'm not playing Journey Escape. God damn it, my fucking thumbs. I hate this. I hate it. I hate it very much so. You know, it's funny. I was just about to say Ghostbusters, but nah, I'm good. Ghostbusters 2, what the hell is that? Interesting. Oh, what the fuck? Can I go down? Oh! Is that a ghost? Oh! That sounds good. Alright. Yeah, I genuinely have no idea what the hell's going on here. Yeah, you know what? Let's find a game I can play. You know what? While we're in the G's. I know you guys love it when I play this. Every fucking stream. Oh shit, let me take my glasses off. There we go. I can't wait till I have a monitor I can connect to have a dual screen, but I'm gonna wait till I'm in the actual my little studio there permanently first. So how was everyone's Mother's Day? Oh, come on! I didn't get any of those two? Fuck you, I didn't. Yeah, they're still eluding my fire. Thwarting my efforts. And for that I say, yo mama. Slow down, bro. Oh, come on. I used to be the king of the double tap. Fuck! There we go. That's what's up. I should probably put my amp on standby. I shouldn't let the tubes just stay hot, you know? At least not in damn it. Oh. Wow, I'm missing left and right today. Fucking hell. It's a dirty. Oh man, look at this. I couldn't hit the side of a barn if it was as big as your mama's ass. Alright, he's going to be coming this way. Bam! Sometimes it's best just to sit down and watch the replay. Well, not the replay, but you know what I mean. Observe their movements. Study their fucking patterns and behaviors. Understand when they go to fucking bed and when they fucking leave for their fucking smoke break. Get to know everything about them. Become one of them. And then you can kill them more efficiently. Oh, I can't believe I did that. These guys are starting to get aggressive and I don't like it. Does Atari have a safe space cartridge? I'll make the homebrew. Actually, you know what? All being a prick aside, that's not a bad idea. That's funny. What would you put in a safe space cartridge? I mean, this game's fucking rainbows galore, so I don't know. It's kind of a contradiction. There's all kinds of violence, and I always looked at the gay community as a peaceful community. I don't know. Oh, shit. I looked over at the chat for a second. That's what happens when you do that. Oh, that was worth the risk. That was worth the risk. Alright, what's going on in the chat? Oh, Jet says, I talked to my mom yesterday. She's down in Florida, so I don't see her much. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you don't get to see her that much. Florida's okay. I don't see the appeal, but honestly, if I were to pick somewhere because of the weather, it would be somewhere in central Arizona. Because you still get a little bit of everything, but it's not the harshness of everything else, if that makes sense. Like, you don't really get the super hot summers, but you don't get the, like, super, like, cold winters. You do get snow still, but Usually not that much until you start getting into northern Arizona. Once you start really going up Route 57, you know, past Route 66 and all that. Yeah, I went to Florida last April. Last April? It wasn't bad. And when I say last April, I don't mean last month. All right, here we go. Ah, come on. But I went in July, the last time we had gone before that one, to Disney anyway. And that was fucking brutal. Brutal. I absolutely fucking enjoyed zero amount of time out of the hotel room. That's not true. That's not even close to true, but you get what I'm saying. I will never go back in the summer. Ever, ever, never, ever. You know, with Arizona, it was a little different because I wasn't out in it like an idiot. And don't start the whole it's a dry heat bullshit. 110 degrees is 110 whether it's fucking wet or dry. In fact, sometimes it's worse because you open the door to your house or your home or whatever. And have you ever had your face too close to the oven when you check the fucking cookies or whatever? It's kind of like that, but like in the real world. And it just doesn't go away. You can't move your head to get out of the way. Oh, I should have died there. Shit. I thought I trapped myself. Fuck, I looked at the chat again. God damn it. I gotta learn to leave the chat alone until I'm ready to do it, you know? I just feel fucking rude. I know everyone understands I'm playing a game. But it still feels weird. Still feels weird. Yeah, I'm going to focus on clearing the board more so than these guys. I know that's where the points are at, and it's more fun, but I'm kind of... Maybe it is because it's early and I'm still coffeeing myself up. I can't focus on the game. Wow, see? Those are easy kills, man. Easy kills. Alright, this guy's going to keep playing this game. Alright, here he comes. Here he comes, just walking down the street. I'm trying to get this row right here. Stop coming down. I'll leave you the fuck alone for a few minutes, man. For the love of God. Oh, I really thought I was going to get that purple dude. I'm going to be mad if I don't get this white guy. I'm mad. Fuck Whitey. Oh, I hope my fucking video doesn't get taken down for hate speech. I'm white, YouTube. Coming on like a hurricane. White lightning flashes across the sky. You're only purple and green, but you're gonna die. I won't take no prisoners, won't spare no lives. Even my fucking own. It's kind of a cool formation that they're in. Ooh. Damn it. This is how I do it. When I'm almost on point. Wow, I didn't even see that dude coming in. I didn't even see what color he was. That fucking dude was just like, we're going in. I remember but my buddy's brother, his twin brother, was fucking beast in this game. He was beast. Oh, I thought he was going to stay in the corner for a couple of rotations. Oh, come on, man. My timing is crap. See? The flippin' flatham. The flitham flatham. See, now I'm just literally just watching like directly in front of my ship. I have no idea what's coming down. I mean, I'll look up here and there, but it's just coming all at once. So you just look at what's close to you and just avoid it. And then just hit the button and just let it fucking fire, you know? Oh, no! That's poopy. That's ookie poopy. That was nice. Oh, man. Oh, man. He got me in the stall. Oh, my goodness. So what's on everyone's agenda today? Is everyone going to work? It's fucking Monday. Oh, you know what? I know what we could talk about. I should have put this in the thumbnail, man. Roger Corman died over the weekend. What a tremendous loss to art. I consider him a true fucking artist. If you don't know, he's the one who came up with Little Shop of Horrors. And I don't know if I recall the story 100% correct, so take this with not a grain of salt, maybe a handful of salt. But him and a couple other filmmakers were talking, and they dared him to make a movie. It was either about the budget, or I think they said within 48 to 78 hours, or 72 hours. And that's where he came up with Little Shop of Horrors. He just had a whole bunch of buddies come in and help out, and I don't know if anyone even got paid for it. I mean, and it had a lot of, like, really, like, Jack Nicholson was in it, man. You know, probably a favor from when he did The Terror. But, I mean, the guy was 98. It's not like it was like a tragedy. I mean, the guy, he lived his life. He lived a good one. I mean, that fucking dude had his hands on more fucking movies. And they're all schlock. Fortunate for us, the stuff that came out of the 60s was fucking beautiful, perfect schlock. The kind that we enjoy. So, I mean, The Trip was okay, too. Oh, I just spat. How am I missing these? Oh! I lured you into my snare. My death snare. Gotta be careful. I get trapped in the corner. See, I panicked. I was in a perfectly good spot. I should just stay right where the fuck I was. Should just stayed right where the fuck I was. Oh, come on. Why didn't I get at least that orange, dude? But yeah, Roger Corman, rest in peace, buddy. Thank you so much for all your fucking wacky stories, brother. In fact, I have a box set. It's like a 10 box set I got at Best Buy. God, a long ass time ago. Back when they used to do that, they would take like all these old like just crap movies, and they would put them in like they would be like the Western set, and then it was all public domain crap. And there was a ton of the horror ones, and the one I have actually came with a horror sound CD. Which is the main reason why I got it, because I had most of the movies already, but... The Terror is one that's always on those. Night of the Living Dead, because it's public domain. It has been since day one. Even while it was in the theater, it was public domain, because of a mistake. That's why you see so many different labels. VHS and DVDs and... I don't think so much now, but... I mean, if you want to make a remake, I think you can. Or at least use the name and make a movie. There's zombies in it. Ah! Alright, one more round of this. He made some classics, and they all came in under budget. And under time, too, I'm sure. Yeah, Roger Corman, man. What a great... You know what was awesome about him? He didn't try to aspire to be some great filmmaker, He figured out his niche, his Nietzsche, and he embraced it. And look at all. I mean, he was working all the way into 2019 was the last credit I've seen. I'm sure he had his name on a couple of other things, too. He just kept producing. Something today that would possibly have been... I mean, I don't think he had anything to do with this, so don't be like, that's not a Corman flick. But like Sharknado. That's a perfect example of the type of movie he was making in the, the 2000s and the 2010s and up until now, just fun, schlocky stuff. Oh, that was risky. I shouldn't have done that. Almost screwed the pooch. As they say in the trades. Anything going on out there in the game world? I have no idea. I purposefully keep my ear not anywhere near the ground anymore. Everything that happens now is a fucking scam from day one, right? I think people need to fucking read a dictionary. Figure out what the fuck a scam really is. And I'm not talking about one thing in specific, so shut up. Yeah, my ear was itchy, so what? Oh no, I went the wrong way. I went the wrong fucking way. Oh shit. My brain just shut off for a second. I swear I didn't wake and bake. poo-poo! There was a game last night that I wanted to play. I can't remember what it is. I need to get more emulation on here. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of getting bored streaming the Atari stuff. I'd like to go back to the variety. I'm just not smart enough to load that shit onto my machine. Alright, let's see what the shit chat's doing. God damn it. I don't know how you glasses people are fucking dealt with this. I'm getting ready to do some Beat Saber. What is Beat Saber? Then I'm probably going to go shopping. Spider Boy Games. Welcome in. This is such a great port for the 2600. It's a go-to of mine. It's a staple. It really is. I remember it blowing our minds, like not like, you know, for the Atari anyway. But yeah. Welcome in, Spider Boy. As a matter of fact, we were talking about schlock movies. Wasn't there a movie called Spider Boy? It had Sid Haig in it. Wasn't he Spider Boy? And is that a reference? Is that a reference? Some companies just got busted for selling CDR. Yeah, that's limited run games. I purchased from them, and the experience wasn't a nightmare. More, it was, I forgot I had ordered something. That's how long it took to get to me. It was a compilation of Castlevania games for the Switch. I don't have it anymore. I got rid of all my personal Switch games because I never used them. And at the time, I needed the money, so I had no desire to keep them. I wish I had kept the Mario Odyssey for the girls. I do apologize for that. Maybe I'll get them another copy or whatever. But they still have their games. But yeah. Limited run games, I guess, was doing CDR. I don't know, guys. I don't know what the ethics are there. I think that's kind of fucked up, but it is what it is. It's not the fact that they were reproducing them. The buyers knew that. They just didn't know that they were doing it so cheaply on CDRs. Yeah, and that's where it comes down to being, open, transparent. Look, when you purchase this, understand this is what you're going to be receiving. Very important. Very important. And I bet you they didn't think it was that big a deal either. Like, they weren't looking to be nefarious. They were just trying to cut costs. Maybe they did. I don't know. Beat Saber is my exercise. Okay. I have videos on YouTube. It's a VR game. I think we've talked about this before, haven't we, Jet? My apologies. My brain, no reference. My son named the handle. That's awesome, though. There is it's not the greatest movie, but I think it's called... I'm going to look it up right now. Sid Haig is in it. He's the dude who played Captain Spaulding in Rob Zombie's... I guess you could call it the Driftwood trilogy. Spider Boy movie with Sid Haig. Maybe it was called something Spider, something else, but Spider movie with Sid Haig. It says Sid Head. So, Spider Baby. I'm sorry, it was called Spider Baby. All right, I know I said no more of this, but let's play it a little bit more. Let's play a little more. Oh, maybe I should keep the glasses on. Maybe I can get past 10 fucking thousand for once. I used to be beast at this too, but my buddy's brother, his twin brother George. Yeah, Sid Haig was another sad loss. I actually got to meet and hang out with him for a little while. I was a member of his forum that a bunch of these chicks used to run. It was actually pretty loose and pretty just, like they were nobody. Anyone in particular, I should say. It was just another one of those things. And Halloween of 2004, and we've talked about this a lot of times, there was a convention in Scottsdale, Arizona, put on by HorrorSeek /HorrorFind.com. I was a little bit affiliated with them, which I had an account to use their. I basically built my websites through them, but I think they were primarily like a haunted attraction kind of deal. But then they ended up, you know, moving on to just general horror stuff. And they had this convention coming up. And ironically, I was talking to C.J. Graham at the time, the guy who played Jason in Part 6, Jason Lives. And talks of having a website made, what's going on and everything. Really nice guy. So I was able to get him. Booked for the show. Really cool guy. When he got into town, I guess he was going to call me and take us out to supper, which is going to be a theme here. When we get back to Sid Haig. I lived in a real rural area called Rainbow Valley, or something like that, in Buckeye, Arizona. And when I was there, it was acres between houses. I called the sheriff's department when I first got there. I'm like, where can I legally, practice, firing my weapon? And they're like, well, where do you live? And I told them, they're like, what's behind your house? I said, nothing for at least 10 miles, and then there's a mountain. He says, shoot that way. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. Don't shoot at the houses. Make sure the backstrap has, I used to practice shooting in my own backyard. That's how fucking rural it was. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get to a story here. But the phone lines would go down a lot because of how rural it was and the windstorms. And he legit thought, we didn't pay the bill. And he was willing to pay it because he called to see if we wanted to go out the night before, and he was like, "Everything okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, why?" He goes, "I tried calling you yesterday and your phone was down." I'm like, no, it's a real rural area. Like I was about to scrap out fucking money for my phone bill. What a nice guy. But Sid Haig and Bill Moseley were both there. And they were promoting The Devil's Rejects, but it hadn't come out yet. And Sid and I were talking. I had him sign the picture, "You Could Suck a Fart from My Asshole." I can't remember what movie I got that from, but after I saw House of a Thousand Corpses, I was like, that's something Sid Haig would say in that, Captain Spaulding. So I had him sign that, and he's just laughing. And the girl that was with him, one of his helpers, I guess, she's the one who ran the forum. And she was talking with my daughter, and something that was said in the forums, I can't remember exactly. Long story short, the lady figured out who I was in the forums, whatever my handle was back then. I think it was Osiris213, because I was a tough guy, And they're like, "Oh, you're a member of the forums. You're part of the inner club, whatever." And Sid's like, "Dude, we're all going to fucking TGI Fridays after this. It's on me." And I'm like, "It's Halloween, bro. I gotta take my daughter out." So I chose, taking my daughter out for Halloween. Over hanging out with fucking Sid Haig, Bill Moseley, and a whole bunch of other rad cats that probably would have showed up from the convention. But, I made the right choice. But Sid was a nice guy. Really smart. Fucking smart dude. Dude, I think is educated. I don't know, if he has any degrees or anything, but you could tell he was a reader. He was also too much into the showbiz, too. Like, he would talk like the Elise from the 60s and 70s. You remember the heyday of Hollywood? He would have that, that verbal swag to him. Really nice guy. That was also the same convention that, what was his name? Tim Sullivan, the guy who did the Evil Dead props, the Necronomicon and such. He had the Necronomicon from Dead by Dawn there on display. And they locked the place down because he said someone took a couple pages. And he's losing his mind, like he's getting in front of everybody. "Did you fucking take it? You did it with me." I'm like, "Dude, you better get the fuck out of my face." You get about 30 seconds to comply. And that's a courtesy. Normally I don't give any seconds. But it turns out it just got tucked underneath the book. Like Scottsdale and Phoenix PD show up. They did. They locked the place down. But the reason I say that is because Mike Scholasco, whatever his name is, from Red Letter Media, apparently was there because he told that same fucking story. And I wish I had known who they were back then. This is like 2004. Halloween 2004, yeah. Got him! Maybe I just need to talk about fucking horror conventions. But, I wish I had known who they were because, you know, he's like an internet hero of mine. I love Red Letter Media. I think they're the perfect YouTube channel. I really do. Mike is like my fucking soulmate. My bromance soulmate. Man, the first time I got my hands on that, or I watched, I should say, Mr. Plinkett's episode 1 review. I mean, that's like, that is the basis of almost every fucking review that you see on the internet now. The Chris Stuckmans and the, you know... I'm over here being slick. We're on the first fucking screen. Like my brain forgot that we started a new game because I got dead. But yeah, they're great people. Bill Moseley was a nice guy too. It's funny, I wanted him to, when I got the autograph, I wanted him to write, the boogeyman's real and you found him. That's my favorite line from that whole movie. What was it you were looking for? Oh yeah, Dr. Satan. The stories are all true. The boogeyman's real. And you fucking found him. I love that line. And what's worse is he's got the chick's dad's face on while he's doing it. You know, it's such a sinister movie, but done in such a weird psychedelic way. It doesn't hold up. In fact, I don't know if it held up when it came out, but I absolutely love The Devil's Rejects. That movie made me feel more uneasy than anything I think I've ever watched, including The Last House on the Left. You know? Devil's Rejects has no fucking give a shits. That movie fucking straps you in and says, I'm not being nice at all, so... And there's no safe words in that movie. But it's also where I got one of my favorite quotes. Unfortunately, it came from Rob Zombie. I like Zombie's music. He seems like a bit of a prick. I got into it with somebody that worked for him years ago during the MySpace days. I had created a MySpace, you know, look, remember how you could do that? And he ended up using it, or somebody ended up using it for fucking Sherry Moon's fucking skull clothesline or whatever. So I said something about it, and they were all like, yeah, you fucking piece of shit, it's online. And I'm just like, oh, okay. Alright. But, yeah, The Devil's Rejects, man. Fucking, what a great piece of film. But Bill Moseley was getting all kinds of fucked up from doing that scene in the hotel room. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. With the gun and the give me some sugar and all that. And I guess he had stopped and said to Rob, he was just like, dude, this is fucking bumming me out. Can you chill out a little bit? Oh! And Rob looked at him and said, dude, art's not safe. And I have that actually on a box that I used to keep my brushes in. And it's true. And it shouldn't be safe, you know? It should only exist to exist. That's it. It shouldn't have to have a reason. And it's weird what fucking speaks to people, right? I mean, look at a Pollock painting. But they make the millions. And you got people who could fucking literally take a fucking piece of charcoal and make the most realistic photo quality fucking picture of somebody, you know, drawing. And they're making $25, you know, per picture at a fucking art fair, or, you know, at the carnival. I mean, at least they're making money. mean, I'd be fucking grateful for even that. I'm sure there's a way for me to make money through my creativity. I just haven't found the secret formula. It's really the only thing I got in this world. It's the only skill I got. As they mow down Galaxians. These fucks. These red, purple, and green fucks. Oh, I was trying to get them crisscross applesauce. Crisscross applesauce. Get those rejects. I've watched a couple of really rad movies lately. You know what movie I'm really fucking stuck on? Late Night with the Devil. Oh my god. Got a copy of that, and I've watched it like 2 or 3 times. What a great film. What a great fucking movie, man. Too many fucking cooks in the kitchen actually works for this one. Jesus Christ, it's like fucking 20 minutes of fucking studio logos in the beginning. And I believe there was a couple of different countries involved. Like you had cats from America, cats from Australia. It's awesome. Hey, Electronics in Motions, what's up, buddy? Give me a minute, guys. I'll get to the chat. I haven't forgotten you. That's a lie. Man, I haven't thought about Last House on the Left in a long-ass time. There was a time where you could rent that movie, right? At one rental place. And then you go to another rental place. Yeah, let me go to the chat here. You know what? Let's take a break from the games. Let's take a break from the games. I'll pull the guitar back up. But you could rent Last House on the Left and get a different cut. How crazy is that? That movie got cut up so many times. Sustains for days. I'm not even going to touch it. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to do that. Alright. Oh, Jesus Christ. So Jet's got a lot to say here since I've been playing. I talked to my mom. Okay, we got to that. I'm getting ready to do that. Spider Boy. He made some classics. And they call, okay, we're talking about Roger Corman. Yeah, God rest his soul. Some companies just got busted with selling. Okay, we were there already. It's not the fact that they were reproducing them. Okay, we talked about that too. Okay, so I'm pretty much Beat Saber's my exercise. No reference. Oh, okay, so I didn't have to go as far back as I did. He made tons of movies. Absolutely. Absolutely, Roger Corman did. One thing that I can say about Rob Zombie is that he casts his movies pretty well, aside from his wife. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, don't get me wrong, Baby was a great role for her, but Mrs. Myers? I don't know. I don't know. What's the other movie I just watched the other day? I don't know. It was a slasher film. Let me minimize this. I think I still... Oh, it's called Bloodline Kill or Bloodline Killer. Or something to that effect. Not very good. Not very good. I didn't like it. So... Electronic Emotions program. Howdy, kids are off to school. I can join now. What are you afraid of? Hey, look, it's a vagina. That was my fucking cheese. That was my cheese for the day. Fucking tooth. You know what, these guys, that's all they got. They got fucking easy, low-hanging fucking incels, this kid. I hope his mom's disappointed with them. I hope when he went to go see her yesterday, she was like, you know what, dude? I see the shit you do online. You're a fucking piece of shit. Get the fuck out of my house. Don't give me a gift. Sell your body, ass cat. It's not even about making the money, honestly. I'm just saying, since I was given this one specific task that I know I do well, why can't I just somehow figure out how to use that to make a living, you know? It is what it is. I mean, I guess I just have to do the regular fucking thing everyone else does. Be miserable. Like a vagina over here. Hey, I like Sherry Moon. Levels of crazy in her eyes. Well, she was good for playing baby, right? It is what it is. It is what it is, man. Let me, I am going to be very Metallica focused because, I mean, come on. And you can say whatever you want about modern day Metallica. Back when I was a little lad still trying to figure out why my being was changing shape, I picked up the guitar because of him. I mean, I heard Eddie Van Halen, and I was like, ooh, I need to know more of this. But that was kind of after I got into... It's weird trying to figure out the timeline because I was so young, but I remember the first time I had heard Disposable Heroes. It was either Disposable Heroes or it was... Fight Fire with Fire. Something like that. Do unto others. My buddy would play that all the time when we were down in his basement playing street hockey. Ride the Lightning. Now, we always roll on the whole jump in the electric chair. I don't know why. I don't know. Or strapped in the electric chair. We always thought that line was pretty cool. You know, young kids. Young kids doing that thing. It is what it is. Unfortunately, that's how James plays it now. He plays it with fun emotion. I'm a grandpa. Yeah, I need to get. Yeah, does anyone know what that was? It wasn't Metallica. Potion, what's going on, man? Vlope is just sad he can't walk. Pay the little fella no mind. Is he less abled? Is that what you're supposed to say now? Is he more exceptional above the waist? I don't know. Yeah. You know, different strokes, different folks. Different strokes for different folks. Hey, what's going on, Siua? I don't know how to say that. I know it's supposed to be Ouya, but hey, what's going on, man? How's your new guitar treating you? It's not bad, dude. It needs a few things. Like I do need to work on a couple of frets up here. There's a few dead spots where when you go to bend, it just goes eat. Oh, I got to turn it on. Like right in here. It was atrocious when I got it, but he just had the bridge decked down. It was fucking crazy. It was crazy how low. And he was like, dude, it plays great. And I'm just like, cool. And I get home and I'm like, how did it play great when the strings were literally on the fretboard? They're not supposed to be on there. They're supposed to be hovering just over the frets, you know? And he had the fucking thing flat like that. But just a quick little adjustment. Needs a new nut. It needs a new nut right here. There's a plastic one on there. I want a bone or a Graph Tech. Probably Graph Tech. But other than that, in the electronics, fine. I got plenty of good pickups and stuff. But overall, it's cool, man. Thank you. I mean, it sounds okay, but the pickups are what they call microphonic. It acts like a microphone. I know that sounds like it's supposed to, but pickups, what they do is they seek for vibration, and they translate that into sound. Whereas a microphone does something a little bit different. And if you don't wax pot the pickup, so you don't shield them properly, they'll pick up anything. You can be like, "Hello," you're not supposed to be able to do that into a guitar. Yeah, and that's okay. And they're active. It's funny. They're active pickups. They're branded ESP, but I don't know any ESP branded. I'm sure it's legit, but maybe for a cheaper model. But yeah, it is what it is. I've been saying that a lot today, huh? It is what it is. I just give the "you mad bro" treatment. Oh, I don't care. You know what? Honestly, guys, the whole tooth thing and all that crap, it honestly doesn't bother me. Because if that's all they got, and I know none of them would say it to my face, I grew up in a generation where if you wanted to insult somebody, you wanted to hurt their feelings, you did it face to face. And whatever happened, happens, sometimes you caught a lump, sometimes you went on to see another day. So, Uya says, my guitars need truss rod adjustments right now. That's not too hard to do as long as you take your time with it and you don't fight the truss rod. If it starts getting a little too tight, stop. But if you're looking at it, lefty loosey, righty tighty. If you're looking down at the body and the neck, tighten it up like this and loosen it up like that. Well, obviously do the opposite because of the way the camera is, but and do it in like small stages, very small. Get yourself some feeler gauges. You should be good to go, huh? Some guys never bend strings, rhythm players. I was a rhythm player and I always bend strings, man. But I had groove. I played with groove. I didn't like doing leads and stuff. I never did. I don't know why. It was kind of like unlocking a feature. I just didn't want to get to that toughness, and then I started getting to a point where people were like, "Dude, we need you to go out there besides just going." Well, I wasn't, what I'm saying. So I just noodled. I'm not even very good at adapting, like listening to a track and just coming up with my own thing. I can ad lib here and there, but just. I sound a little bit more impressive than I really am in these things because there's no context to what I'm playing. Does that make any sense? But it is what it is. I just said that one on purpose, but you know what? In that Evertune system, I thought about getting one of those, and then I found out that you can, in a lot of cases, like your bends just don't register. And there's like 3 settings where you can just go full out, and what's the point of having the fucking thing, right? You can go happy medium where you can kind of bend, but it's not as expressive. Or you can go, it doesn't matter if you bend them or not, the guitar will always stay at that pitch. I never understood that. But it's popular, especially in the high performance world. I guess it makes sense. Justy, what's going on, my friend? What's going on? Yikes! They got microphonic pickups. Yeah, you know what, dude? It doesn't. It's perfectly okay because I traded. This is a Chinese copy. If you weren't here for that earlier, it's a really well-made one. And they just throw crap into it, And I had a Ibanez, a Chinese copy of an Ibanez Universe. I'm pretty sure I've been shown on this channel and all. It was black with the mirror pick guard, that Universe. And I got it for free. There was a house around the corner, ironically, where I got my 5-guitar rack that's over here. Same place. My daughter had sent me a message one morning saying, "Dad, check this out." And there was these 2 guitars on the fence, and one of them was that Ibanez, and another one was I thought it was a 90s Jackson, but it turned out to be like a 2001. Their numbering system got goofy, so when I opened up where the neck, the neck, I looked at there was stampings in there. God damn, I can't talk today. I swear I haven't waked and baked. When I took the neck out of the heel, heel. I saw that was a June of 2001. I can't remember now, but we ended up selling that one again because of the Floyd, and I kept the Ibanez because I didn't know what I wanted to do with it. But then this came up, and it's also a copy. So I messaged the guy. I'm like, look, I'm trying to get rid of the Floyd part. You want to trade? And he was like, yeah. It was a long trip, but this thing's nice. The neck is fucking gigantic. I like a big 50s neck. I do. But this thing is absurdly big. And you know what? It's a Chinese-made guitar. And the more they have to sand this neck down, the more labor, you know. So they just ship them out. They just shape it and they ship it out, you know. But it's like a 16-inch radius with such a big neck. It feels like those old cheap classical guitars, the nylon strings that they would give to students, you know. It's just this weird feeling neck. I was expecting a 12-inch radius, you know. No, but it's fast. The nut work on it is beautiful. I mean, the fretwork, perfectly rounded over. Gorgeous. The only problem is they're shallow frets. They're not, you know, a guitar like this would have what they call jumbo or extra jumbo. So there's a lot that they got right and there's a lot that they got wrong, but overall it's a fun instrument. I've been having fun with it. I'm really happy with this guy. I'm really happy. And I know I'm happy because I stopped looking at guitars. Every day I usually look at guitars, you know. I'll look through the Facebook market. I don't go to Craigslist too much anymore. It's usually a mirror of whatever Facebook's got anyway. So I haven't really desired to. I've looked for parts. I do want to replace the bridge. The guy put a roller bridge on it, but I want to get something that's brass, you know. So we'll do that. Some guys never been strings. Okay, let's see. See, it says, "Yikes! It's got micro." Yeah, we talked about that, and then they said, "What?" I don't know what you said what to, but that's all right. Oh shit! Everything just jumped. Ba-ba-ba. Jesse says, "All good. Baseball bat neck. I like big necks. I cannot lie." J. Rob, what's going on, man? Wow, nice. That's an Explorer style guitar. Absolutely. Yep. It's a copy of an ESP, what they call the MX. Before Gibson said, no, you can't do that. Always good listening to someone's passion. That's why I like Tommy Tallarico's simps. Oh, come on, man. Passion is fun. I prefer to listen to people talk about things that they're passionate about because it's just more expressive. You know, they get a little more, you know, feel to it. If you just, someone just talking about this stupid cup. It's a white plastic cup. It has a black handle, a black top, and someone printed some, you know, I mean, it's information, but it's not, you know, yeah, a copy of James Hetfield's guitar, right? Yeah, his elk head from around the load and reload days. The Elusa one. So there's a 9-volt in the back. There is. I don't know why. Again, these pickups are cheap. There are cheap active pickups. I know. And then you got your Guitar Fetish pickups, which they have, I forget what they call theirs, but something like reactive or something stupid like that. But yeah, no, it does. It has a battery back here. You know, the guy installed it supposedly. But yeah, nice ever ready. No, I'm just kidding. It's not an ever ready. Ever ready don't make batteries no more. Actually, I want to say that wasn't that a Tandy product? Ever ready, wasn't that? No, I guess not, because I remember seeing them in the store. Maybe it was just an old battery company that got dead. Who knows? Brass. You really are a 70s child. Absolutely. I have a Strat brass nut over there that I'm going to eventually put on my my USA PV. But the nut is cut perfectly on it, even though it's plastic, so I don't want to fuck with it. You know? But yeah, no, I do. There's just a snap to brass that I really like. I don't like the weight of it, but luckily, I mean, this guitar is heavy. But yeah. I like tiny necks. My main Mustangs have a nice little neck, yeah. Those are short scale too, right? Or am I thinking of like a different model? I think my buddy had like a 60s Mustang, and it was a shorter scale. And I remember it played really nice. And that's when I realized that sometimes a smaller necks, even with sausage fingers, when you're trying to do runs and stuff, it just fits in your hand. It just fits in your hand, and it's all like just like right there. Good stuff. You're a neck guy. I'm more of a butt guy. I'm an ass, leg, and neck guy. Absolutely. Absolutely. I've never been the biggest tata, Don't get me wrong, I like a boobie here and there, but I'd rather see that nice long neck, legs, and those two hunks of flesh that shit tumble out of. The Electros made their own batteries at one point. They claimed that they were noise reducing. You know what? It's kind of like in the chicken world, where they say all these chicken manufacturers can say no antibiotics and all that stuff. But they don't do that anyway. So there's like no risk of that with anybody. So I think because I don't know. Can batteries really cause interference? I know it's current, but I don't know. Candy salad love. Justy Views. What are we referring to? Something I had said. Candy salad love. Yeah, Mustangs and Jaguars are short-scaled versions. Absolutely. Okay, cool. Jazzmaster and Dual Sonic are the ones with the Strat, the 25.5. Okay. I was correct. I was pretty impressed, even the little single coils that were... It was a little red one, a little white pickguard, and I don't mean to sound... I'm not trying to belittle the guitar. Belittle. It's small. Oh, this is going to fuck. I swear I haven't smoked yet. I swear to God. But a kid from my high school opened up this place here called the Music Shop in Melrose, which at the time it was like, really? In Melrose we got a fucking music shop? And it turned out to be a dude who graduated my brother. And it wasn't like you go in and it's like a business guitar shop. It was a business. And he's a very smart businessman. But it was such a loose vibe. There was a couch there, and we had the radio going at all times, and of course there was guitars and amps, not many. But it wasn't just like a guitar music instrument. I mean, there was records, cassettes, and he had a great wall of imports. After all that was pretty much over with, but he was holding on to that just last little bit of the demo and import trading community. Some of you cats that were around in the early '80s and mid '80s collecting music know exactly what I'm talking about. There was always that one record store that centered around the new metal and all that stuff. And when I say new metal, I mean new metal bands, not new metal like fucking Godsmack and all that crap. And it was just a really cool hangout. I bought a few things there. I sold a few things there. But he had one hanging on the wall for the longest time. So I finally was like, I'm going to try this thing. And I was like, wow, this sounds really good. It plays great. I wish I had bought it. It was like $250. I think it was a 63 or 5. I can't remember. Maybe I'm thinking of the car I had. I had a 63 Dot at one point. But yeah, I want to say it was a 60s. Could have been early 70s. Either way, it was a really nice playing guitar. It was only a couple $100. I should have grabbed it. But chances are I probably would have gotten rid of it by now. Oh yeah, Mustang is made to be little. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that, man. The dual sonics and all that. Cool. But yep, this is It's even got the and it's not quite the same. The Ninja style, the M Ninja style, which not really. I wasn't really a big fan of that whole. I'm most nostalgic for that time period, but the music wasn't the greatest. I wasn't the biggest fan. I liked the first load because it was just different. But like the cigars and the fancy hair and the fucking weird suits, I don't know. That's just, you can evolve however you like. It doesn't mean I have to fucking like it, right? I don't know, but I want to get a picture. I want to get a little sticker of Lars's head and put it in here. With the white outline, that typical kind of sticker, and just put Lars's head, since this is a copy of a guitar that Metallica will never see any money from. I'm not into the whole cutting into people's, whatever. But it is what it is. Master! That was actually the first riff I played on this guitar. Plugging it in. Hello and album covers with semen and blood, yeah. Well, I mean, it was called Load, right? Why not? They seemed a little threatened by the Godsmack bands. They really did. I mean, in all fairness, everybody in the industry was feeling that shift, Even in, what was it called? The Dirt? You ever watch The Dirt, that story about Motley Crue? It should still be on Netflix. I think it was a Netflix film. But they showed that really quick, how, like, Pearl Jam and them started being the posters on the side of the, And there was a very few bands that stuck around through all that. Metallica was one of them because they adjusted. That they got a lot of hell from the old school fans, but some of us hung on until it was a little too ridiculous. And I'm glad they got back to their roots. I just can't get into it anymore. It just doesn't have the... I was more into the spirit of it, what was going on with them at the time as far as here musically, And as they grew up, they grew up in their music. And, things eventually do change. There's not a band out there that... Alice Cooper's a great example of... They went from, like, your 60s psychedelic to just straight up glam rock to show tune stuff. I mean, think about it. I mean, Welcome to My Nightmare was nothing but a big show tune album, right? So I can appreciate that. I just can't hang on to it. And even listening to the new stuff, it's got that energy, but it doesn't have the same heart, And good for them. Pantera was another band, but they didn't waver. They didn't really waver. It was good stuff. Good stuff, Mine's a 69 reissue from Japan. Japan makes some of the... You know what? In a lot of cases, I would prefer the Japanese stuff over American. Honestly, Really good stuff from... really good stuff from there. Low Down Cut with Seaman. Let's see. They seem threatened by that. The Ninja Star is even similar to the Godsmack Sun logo. You're right. Well, yeah, because at the time, Tribal was really big. I don't know if it was nationwide. But around here, everyone started getting Tribal. Well, yeah, it was nationwide because Kerry King fell into that, thinking he was a tough guy, Tribal everywhere. As a matter of fact, one of my first tattoos here in Massachusetts was like a tribal shamrock. The guy fucked it up. It looks like dragons kissing. But it was something a buddy of mine came up with. Massachusetts, it was illegal to get tattoos until around the early 2000s, late 90s. And as soon as the shops opened up, I supported the first shop I saw, Yeah, I'm kind of happy with it. I don't know. It is what it is, but I wanted to support it to make sure it kept going. But, yeah. 90s, like Motley Crue tried to kick Vince. Yeah, it'd be like... I remember that, too. That was a weird time. I wasn't really into the whole Crue thing. I hated... We used to call them posers or glam. It was like, what do we call glam? What was that stand for? Gay LA music, No disrespect. We were young. We were stupid. But that's what we said glam was. And, everything, that band sucks shit. Does anyone remember that? That sucks shit. Yeah. I didn't get into any of that. In fact, I got made fun of once for going to see Tesla open up for Poison, which I would never have gone in a million years if it wasn't me and 4 chicks in a limo. Wine coolers. I mean, I guess that was as good, good enough. Better than nothing. It was free. The ticket was free. And there's one kid, Jason Camerata, that we went to school with. The kid lives right around the corner from us. Nice kid. He saw us there because he was really into the hair bands, And he went and told my buddy Oleg, God rest his soul. Yep. I watched the needle take another man. But he ratted me out, and all my buddies were like, you fucking poser. Like, I almost got beat up for it, I think. I think, like, Oleg and my buddy Gerald, and I think they were going to start throwing fucking hands. They thought I went to the dark side or something. I don't know. I'm going down a path that they can't follow. Metallica are local to me. Always loved them. That's awesome, man. That's cool. So you're in the Bay Area? Or was it in LA before they moved? I prefer Fender Japan to USA. They have a heavy gloss neck. You like gloss necks, huh? I love it. Others hate it. I don't like gloss necks. In fact, I like fat necks, but I am going to shave this one down a little bit. And in that, I'm going to get rid of the hard poly finish. I don't like poly. I don't like the feel of it on the back of my neck. I don't have a problem with it sticking. You know, a lot of people complain about it getting sticky. I found with Nitro, when I had my actual 84, mine was from 85, but typically people call it the 84 Explorer, what James Hetfield had. I had a black one that I got Daddy's Junkie Music on Route 1 when it was on the northbound side. That used to get sticky all the time when we'd be up in that hot room playing. Usually in someone's attic or garage, you know. No air conditioner. I remember that getting sticky, but I just don't like the feel of it. It's too smooth. I like feeling the rawness of the neck. So I probably will eventually just tongue oil this neck. I'll leave a nice little stinger because it's got a volute. I love volutes. I don't know why more guitars don't do it. Money, cost savings. I know exactly why. But plus, it gives you the illusion of a one-piece neck. I doubt this is a one-piece neck. I bet you there's a scarf joint here and down here at the heel. But, yeah. Gibson painted neck. It feels like a Gibson painted. That's fine. We just talked about that. Wow, tattoos illegal. I had no idea. Yeah, they got banned. God damn, I hate the Commonwealth. They over-regulate things to the point of impossibility. This state is fucking insane with it. It's crazy. And I didn't realize it until I moved to Arizona for 15 years. I didn't realize how much freedom I had when I was in Arizona until I moved back to fucking Massachusetts. Fuck the Commonwealth. I hate this state. I want to get out of here as quick as possible. But my lady's fucking so locked on to staying in this fucking town that we grew up in. I don't know. I keep trying to whittle her. But long story short, somewhere in the 70s, I think it was, there was an outbreak of hepatitis. And they attributed it to tattoo shops, among other things, of course, other at-risk behavior. So, yeah, they made it illegal for tattoos in Massachusetts up until right around whenever I got this one. You know, early 2000s, I think, late 90s. I really can't remember. Oh, yeah, glam was very little. Let's see. I was just a very little kid into glam era. I couldn't tell the difference between Nirvana and GNR. Really interesting. Interesting. So I was born in 75, and without you telling me, you know, I don't want you to reveal anything you don't want to reveal. But are you within 5 years of me? Are we close, or are you a little bit after my time? Because I'm trying to think that if you were my age, I'm going to be 50 next year, so I'm 49 now. That makes sense, right? That you would have been able to tell the difference. Nirvana just had a different, you know, fuck Nirvana. The only album from them I like is their Unplugged album, which is Brilliance. But I don't see the brilliance in Kurt Cobain. I never did. I mean, the music was okay. But maybe because I came from, you know, albums like Injustice for All. Super intricate shit, and then all of a sudden the simpler, and I'm not saying simple is bad, because a lot of the greatest riffs of all time are simple as fuck, but a dumbed down, aggressive, bringing it back to the roots of punk, you know? Because even punk, to this day, has been so watered down and so commercialized and so, you know, like Green Days and God, fuck that. Punk used to have attitude. And you know what, there was, and I don't know the artist, there was a punk singer who dressed up in a dress. And I don't know if they're actually trans or not, but I remember people freaking out and they're like, well, how can a punk dude be dressing like a girl, and I'm like, punk was about rebellion. And how much more rebellion can you get besides the cliche religious stuff and the anti-authoritism stuff? Anti what you were born as, you know? I mean, not that I'm into the lifestyle or anything, but that's fucking punk rock. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Especially if he's in that dress and he gets down in the fucking crowd. That's what I'm talking about. That's fucking punk. In the middle of the show, the music doesn't matter. You get out there and you fucking throw your hands. Awesome stuff. Oh, man. Let's see. Well, you never saw Nelson, did you? No. My babysitter made me watch a Nelson concert on VHS. In fact, I'd forgotten all about them until you just mentioned them. And the memory of them is very hazy. I'm trying to think of who they are. It wasn't like a boy band, right? It was just like a real sensitive individual or I can't remember. We found Jason's Newstead's house once based on a video where he was shooting hoops out front. Oh, you're talking about from how funny you said that, the year and a half in the life of Metallica. I watched part 1 last night. No fucking joke. No joke. If anyone doubts that, I'll take a screenshot of my history from last night and fucking post it. But yeah, I think that was from that one. He was driving his fucking Mustang. Talking about, people say we sell out. That's right, every venue. 10 years younger. Okay, that makes sense then. That makes sense. Yeah, Nirvana just folks that went really cool drums and good. Yeah, you know, it had an aggression to it that was right for the 90s. You don't get a better example of what the 90s were like for Gen Xers than watching the documentary on Woodstock 99 on Netflix. If you've never seen it, I highly recommend it. That sums up the 90s as much as anything else could. Fucking crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. And the organizers and everything were just kind of like, yeah, you know, it went okay. There's fucking people, you know, SA'd in vans and shit. Right in the crowd. Fucking, it was like bedlam. I'm glad I didn't go to it. I'm glad I didn't go. I almost did. Came that close. But Jeff Screamer says, see you all later. Hey, take care, my friend. Hopefully I got to you in time. Uya says, oh yeah. Man, the difference with punk now is that all the punks today have punk parents. SLC Punk or whatever that was called. Those guys. They're babies. Oh, what was that movie called? I'm sure you know. I thought it was okay. I didn't really get into it. But yeah, basically it's not rebellion. It's a punk subculture where the whole family is into it. Yeah, and everything evolves, dude. I mean, I never thought in a million years I'd hear Master of Puppets on the radio. I mean, when Master of Puppets came out, and I remember around that time, listening to metal, you were put into a category of like a horrible, like evil person just for listening to it. And I'd be walking down the hallways, and I don't know where this line came from, but universally, people, when they wanted to make fun of the, you know, the thrash metal guys, the stuff that was, you know, the guys that were in the harder stuff, they would go, kill your mother! And I never under-fucking-stood that, so I wrote a song called, you know, kill them all and kill yourself. And I think the chorus went, kill your mother, kill your father, kill your brother, kill your sister, kill them all, and kill yourself. You know? Just to fucking spite it. So, yeah, SLC Punk, yes. With Mr. Matthew. Mr. I'm getting kind of wheezy over here. Different movie, I know. But yeah, they're the ones they're the ones that are having the babies now, and the babies got into the punk, and I don't know. I can't get into it. But yeah, Green Day and those bands now making records. I mean, even, it's funny, if you go back in time with the AVGN stuff, right? He did a video about, I think, how he makes his videos, and he was talking to his buddy who wrote the theme song. And he was even talking about that at the time. The chord the power chord structures with the punk scene. And if you listen to, AVGN's, oh God, I don't even know how to play that anymore. How's it go? I almost wanted to play Green Day. But yeah, but he was even saying that, the Green Day stuff, the open chords and the blah, 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 and all that crap. So that makes sense, yeah. All rock is like that now, yeah. I went to a Muse concert. I had a boss that was like sycophant into Muse. I think they're cool. I think they're great. I can't get into that progressive kind of thing. Everyone was 45 and 10. Oh, that's great. That's great. Oh yeah, the AVGN song has the same thing to it. When I Come Around. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, that riff from Come Around in the middle of the AVGN chorus. Yeah, dude, man, I only learned how to play that song because my high school, again, my school, we never thought in a million years there'd be a music shop in the town. Never mind, we didn't even have a liquor store. Alcohol wasn't even legal to serve except for in one place called Caruso's, but I think it was because they were connected, But it was that kind of an uptight town. And the guys who played rock or metal or whatever, instruments, wanted to do something. Everyone had their fucking thing. Everyone had their little club and their little this, their little that, with their little organizations and whatever they do. Today we're going to be doing this for whatever. But we didn't have anything. So we went to the principal and stuff, and eventually we went to the superintendent of the schools. And we're like, look, we want to put on a little show, a couple songs. Let us be able to do stuff. The fuck, all these other people get to do stuff, but because we play, heavier stuff. So they're like, okay, give us a list of the songs that you want to play. And we'll listen to them and figure it, whatever. So they came back and they were like, no, yes. And When I Come Around was one of them. And I can't remember what song we started with. But I remember sitting there in the second song, and I was like, and I had my 85 Explorer. And the drummer, really rad dude. I hope he went on to go do something. And I hate to say it, but I forgot his name. Really good drummer. I guess his drummer teacher learned from Dave Lombardo from Slayer. I don't know. And people tell stories all the time, and they exaggerate shit around here all the time, Like Nuno Betancourt's kind of a big deal around here because he grew up next door, the town next door. And Gary Sharon and his twin brother grew up here in Melrose. So everybody in town back then was just like, yeah, I got a cousin, sister's, neighbor's fucking mailman knows him, But I'm over there and I brought my Thrashmaster pedal. I had a DoD Thrashmaster, and if I could get one of those back in great shape without having to pay the ridiculous $150 people want for it, I would absolutely love bright pink. I don't know why they chose that, but it was like a bright sapphire pink. And I looked over at him, and I just whispered two words, Black Magic. And he looked at me. And then I paused on that last note, whatever it is. And then he stopped and he just did that. And I was like, oh, these pickups don't squeal very well either. Love that song, man. I haven't played it in years, so please forgive my I got to get back into the gallops. But we started playing that, and we started getting to about the first day and night, evil flight. You know, they came right over and they were just like, nope, that's it. You gotta go. You gotta go. Bye bye. And we ruined it. They only let us do it if we could tie it to a charity. And we sold tickets $3 a piece. You can get out of your last 2 classes. And we chose Amnesty International because you could play on the word and call it Jamnesty. We made a few bucks, but we fucked it up for other people. Although they do stuff like that now for the kids. You know, they're a lot more open-minded now than they were when I was in fucking school. I was at the tail end of the satanic panic. I graduated in '94. You know, it is what it is. So, Muse concert is cool. Set up like Iron Maiden with the props and everything. I like a band that puts on a show. I've gone to see plenty of bands that had acts that I wasn't into. But I wasn't into Slipknot for the longest time, and I got to see them at one of the Ozfests at this place called Great Woods. And I remember watching the spectacle up on the stage, and I dug the aggression, but again, it didn't have the same heart. It was a different anger, you know, that I didn't have, and a lot of the cats I grew up with didn't have. It was a different anger. It was the next group of individuals, you know. But watching the show, I was just like, what the fuck? That was awesome. So, yeah, I like it when a band has if they have a good show, regardless of what's happening on stage, you should be able to get something positive out of the experience, you know? So that's awesome. That's good to hear. With a name like that, they fucking better. Poster Sword Run says, Green Day, Jimmy Eat World was big in Arizona. I worked with a cat at the Arizona Department of Juvenile Corrections, where we enhanced public protection by changing the delinquent ticket behaviors of the youth committed to the department. Who was good friends with one of the dudes from Jimmy Eat World. I don't remember which one. Yeah, I can't stand that stuff. The Blink 182s. I'm sorry that was your first concert, Potion Sword Run. Although, you know, my first concert is 50-50 on whether any of you are going to like it. Can you guess who it was? I'll give you guys about a couple of minutes to put a guess there, whoever's still in the chat. Nice Shoreline is not bad. Yeah? I have no idea where that is or what that is, but I'm glad you guys can cuddle and reminisce about that. Nobody bass player does. When it comes around correctly, really, I don't even remember what our bass. I don't even remember who was playing bass. We might not even have anyone playing bass. There was very few of us musicians around. Most of the cats that were in the music were either drummers or they played piano. Kiss is not one of them. I did see Kiss, though. I did see Kiss eventually in the 90s. No. Yeah, the late 90s. Power Man 5000 opened up for him. And I had really good seats on the floor. And it was by accident. Because where our seats were is where the soundboard went. So they pushed us all the way to the side and up front. So I was literally right there at like one half of the stage. It was pretty cool. Wasted on me because I don't think Kiss is all that great. They got a couple of cool songs. But their show was fantastic. But yeah, Kiss was not the one. I'll get through these. I see that people are putting stuff out there. It's not easy on bass if you want to play it right. I've never tried. I'll check it out. I got a bass I've been working on. I got a bass that a buddy of mine gave me to work on. I've had it for 2 years now. It's a creative thing. I have to be creatively inspired to do it, and he totally gets it. So I moved away from Green Day, and I got more into the White Stripes. Seems like so. You're really into the progressive stuff. That's cool, man. I the only progressive stuff I ever truly got into was Pink Floyd, and oh my God, why can't I think of their name? Pull me under, I'm not afraid. It'll come to me. One of you guys will tell me who that is. But I was really into them. The dude, the guitar player, God, I can't remember. He plays music, man. I know everything about him. But he went to Berkeley, and I got to see a couple of his, he did like a couple of, almost like guitar clinics in town when he was going to Berkeley. Pretty cool guy. I can't remember the name of the band, though. Let's see. Kiss, no. Good thing you're coming. Good things coming your way, Creep. We'll keep you posted. Oh, what's going on, buddy? I like good things coming away. You saw this, right? Oh, I just smashed my fucking face. I think I broke my last tooth. Ted Nugent, it was not. Power Man 5000 is an interesting dudes. Still doing some pretty variety styles. I didn't know they were still doing their thing. Local band from Boston. Related to, one of the dudes related to Rob Zombie. Brothers or something like that, or cousins. But I remember the dude from Power Man, I think it was a singer, was actually standing over by where we were sitting. Or standing watching the show, because they wanted to watch Kiss from the stage. So they just went out, or not from the stage, so they just went out and just went in the aisle. And everyone around me is going, "That's the dude!" I'm just like, yeah, I guess that's the dude. I'm watching Ace right now. Catch his guitar on fire, and Gene's spitting blood, and the fucking boots and all that. My first concert was the Everly Brothers. The Everly Brothers at the North Shore Music Theater. Wake up, little Susie, wake up. Oh, man. Excuse me. That was my first show. And then my brother made fun of me and was like, "You want to go see a real show?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "I'm going to bring you somewhere that's going to give you a little 1986 self, a chubby." And I'm like, "I like chubbies. Let's go. Let's do this." And the opening act, I mean, they weren't playing this stuff yet. The opening act, that's where I discovered thrash, believe it or not. Megadeth opening up for Alice Cooper during the Welcome to My Nightmare tour. That was pretty fucking cool. Man, they gave us these things to put on, these trash bag ponchos, because Alice Cooper flung a lot of blood out there. I don't know if he still does it to this day or if it became a liability or something. But blood was flinging. I mean, he fucking decapitated himself at the end of the show. And it was really awesome. Probably my favorite artist of all time, Alice Cooper. One of them, anyway. My favorite actual painting artist, believe it or not, is... wow, I'm starting to get bad with the memory thing. Oh my God. Hellraiser. Clive Barker. I love his paintings. I would kill to own one of his paintings. I would lose one of my legs to own one of his paintings. And it wouldn't really matter to me which one, honestly. Yeah, your new axe is sick. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. That's cool, man. I like Everly Brothers. I do too. I love a lot of that stuff from then. Hooligan says, "Oh, hey, I didn't see you come in there. Hey, Creep. Thoughts on Darius Truxton's D-Picks? I think he, I guess you could call that a dick." No, I have no idea what you're talking about. And the funny thing is Tweet and Twenda, I just got done watching, not your most latest stream, but the stream before that, where you were talking about Bashbox, and it was supposed to be focused on... I think you focused on JT, and at some point you brought up some British dude talking about the Amico, and then I started your most recent one this morning. Actually, I think it's still up. Yeah, something about Journalists Exposed. Kotaku, or whatever that is, Journalists Exposed is Tommy Tallarico. So don't think I'm not in the shadows, man. I'm there, guys. I promise you. I dig you guys' streams sometimes. It's actually, we may not get along. Oh, well, we do get along, but we may not agree on a lot of fucking things and all that. But I gotta say, some of your streams, though I don't agree with your choices at times, and I think you do it on purpose, which is my kind of thing. But they're great to listen to most of the time. I mean, there's a lot of I just smoked a bowl pausing. But, yeah. Guys, I'm always in the shadows. If I tell you I watch your shit, I do. I'm just not the type of guy that comments a lot. I like and I try to expose people to each other. But unless I have something solid to say, I feel weird just writing, "Dude, great video," all the time, It just seems so repetitive, or "I got a lot out of this," or "I want to touch your buttocks." Whatever it is, Sometimes I touch myself to your streams, buddy. But they're a decent length, especially like I did the dishes, finishing up the the previous one this morning. I started last night with this in my hand, noodling around. But yeah, I'm there, buddy. I'm there. Jesse and the Rippers. Uncle Jesse. Okay, I got to go back apparently. My favorite Alice Cooper song is Desperado. What a fantastic song. I like the in his voice. Great stuff. Even Frank Sinatra says that Alice Cooper, Vincent Furnier, is one of the world's most underrated songwriters. I mean, he went so far to cover Only Women Bleed, right? No, You and Me. He did You and Me, I believe. Okay, so you guys are talking amongst yourselves, the Tweet and Twenders of the world and the Ooyas of the world. Not that you, okay, yeah, you guys are still talking. British dude in Sweet Show is DJ Slopes. Yeah, they did a thing about the Amico home or whatever, and it's an older one, right? It's an older one. But either way, you guys are talking a lot about the way he was talking and everything. And I'm thinking to myself, he's just doing the professional, and this is that. You know, I don't think it's a shtick. I think it's just the idea of professionalism. I don't know. I don't know the dude, so I have no idea. Thanks for checking out my stream, Creep. I appreciate it. Yeah, no problem, man. I mean, you come in here. Again, I don't know what your motives are or anything, but you never done anything to me. I don't give a fuck. But sometimes you guys come up with some funny shit, and it's great to listen to in the background. I don't watch a lot of the people I don't get along with. I will say that. I don't watch a lot. Like, I don't watch Pat. I don't watch JT. Darius, I haven't fucking even seen. I didn't even know he was still online. I don't watch any of it, really. I don't know. Creeping from the shadows. Yeah, not for any other reason than, again, I think his streams are very entertaining. Again, I don't agree with some of the things he says. And some of the dudes he talks about are buddies of mine. But you know what? I'm not going to fucking change his fucking feelings no matter what I have to say or think about it. So, you like my hat. Thank you. Boston Scally Company. I don't remember which this one is because I bought it a long time ago. But I got a couple of them. I have one that's supposed to pay tribute to the Patriots. I think it was just called the Patriot. It's the colors of the team. The blue, the red, and the whites, and all that stuff. And I have one called the Boondock. The Boondock. If you ever catch them live, Creep, feel free to jump in the panel, man. I almost have a few times. I'm not going to lie. I do catch them live once in a while. There was one that went like 5 hours. And I remember thinking, this dude's powering through this, you know? Good for him. And at times you were just like, fuck, man, I just gotta go. And then, like, you went another hour and a half, and I'm just like, this dude ain't no two-pump chump. Damien says, I guess Amico is dead now? No? I guess. I really don't know. I'm gonna assume that pasture is green and gone to whatever. You know what I'm saying, right? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But I'm not saying that from anything official from anybody. I swear to God on my children's soul. No one has come out and said, no, it's done. It's done. I think they're just hyper-focused on what's going on now, which makes more sense. It sucks still. But there is still talks of getting shit out there, I believe. But none of that's official. And if you want to try to quote it, fine, whatever. Again, to recount, I don't have the in with them that a lot of people would think I do. Because I have a test unit here. I was specifically chosen for my demographic. You know, the age my girls were, more importantly. To see how they would respond to it. And of course, you know how I feel about it because I've been vocal about it the whole time. And in a way, it was kind of like a, thank you. But I really don't chat with them all the time. I'm hardly ever in the Discord. The only time I really get in there is when I privately message John. This is either happening or... what about this? I ask questions too, but I haven't heard anything official about it being dead. But I can't imagine a world where they would be able to get it going, lest getting the controllers out really turns for the positive, And it would be nice to see it happen. Would the Amico be successful? I from day one, I don't know. I don't know. if it went the direction they were originally talking about, going after the soccer moms, I think it could have been. I think it could have been. I think the amount of communication is what killed it, and it sucks. But aside from everything else, they just, you know, it was fun though. You know, everyone was having fun. We just didn't realize it was going to go so fucking bad. It's not dead. It's Amico home now. Yeah, that's a fair way to look at it, I suppose. Well, it doesn't look good. Yeah, it hasn't looked good in a long time, for a long time, and I've been pretty steadfast in saying that for at least the last year and a half, if not even longer. I'm just more so not holding out hope in it until it's officially announced. It's done. No more. We're not even going to think about it anymore. So Finnegan Fox is going to release on Amico Home pretty soon. I hope so. It's a pretty fun game if you're into platformers. I mean, it's the same as what it is, you know. But I really dig that whole having to figure out, and it's not hard. I know the seasons, changing the seasons, and I love the character designs in it. And I know it was a game before Amico. I know it was, but I hadn't heard of it until then, and so that's my experience. I really like that one dude that has the tentacles dragging behind him. It looks like he's a tree Cthulhu creature. I really would like a little figure of that, you know. I'm not a great sculptor, so it is what it is. Let's see. Nah, it's thinner. Fine. Okay, fine. Too bad. I thought the idea was good. It was. It was a great idea for the niche it was trying to go after. I think everybody just tried to embrace it in the general gaming community, which it didn't. It's not unreasonable that happened, if that makes sense. I think it was organic that would have happened no matter what. It had the Intellivision name on it, and regardless if you knew about it back then or not, the community did, and it kind of got sucked into that. I mean, it was introduced to it. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I know, but I think the wrong community was involved. I really do. I understand the passion for the brand name, and I'm still up for it, you know. But seeing Intellivision come out like Atari has, you know, but I was way wrong on the Atari thing. The roles got reversed. I really thought it was going to be the opposite. I'll admit it, and I was wrong. Dead wrong. Hardware, software is hard. Doing anything like that's hard. But yeah, I can't even imagine, because you get two components that you have to converge, and one is an automatic loss from the beginning. You know, you're putting all this time and money into something that you want to get into the homes that you're going to lose money on, in hopes that the other half of it becomes a success. And if you look at the gaming industry like that, it's absurd. It's like, how did any of these companies, by making a quality product, you know? The band you were in, we're thinking is a great Dream Theater. Yes, the band I was thinking of. That's right. Dream Theater. Saw them in 2008. So good. I saw them a handful of times too, locally. Obviously locally. What the fuck is that? My local store. Of course you went to your local store. You didn't go to fucking 3 states away to go pick up a Masters of the Universe figure. Or maybe you did. I don't know. I've had figures shipped to me from California that I couldn't find here. As a matter of fact, my first Mego Frankenstein's Monster figure was shipped to me by my buddy Coleco Joe, who saw one in his Target, and my Targets never have anything, you know. I have some hats like that, but they're not legit from... Right on, man. Right on. We call them scally caps. I actually did a whole video about these. I think when I got this one new. They used to be called Newsies. Yeah, check it out. It's pretty interesting stuff, I think. When I saw Night Stalker in Cloudy Mountain, I thought, yeah, this is what games should be like. Night Stalker is one I don't think of too often anymore. I think I kind of put that in the back of my mind because I really wanted to play that game. I really did. I don't remember at the Boston event if it was even on any of the consoles. Because I know there was a game, I think it was Pool. Don't quote me, I don't remember. That wasn't on one of the consoles being demoed at the second half of the Boston event. And I think we went into the store, the online store, and downloaded it. And I don't remember if it was maybe a situation like that. I didn't play Moon Patrol there either. I really wish Moon Patrol was on my unit. I really do. I don't know. Moving on. It is what it is. Yeah. And there's a couple of cats in here that fall kind of under this category. Please take no disrespect. But I think the hanging on to it like a fucking disease thing is maybe not so much what some cats are doing, but there's like other cats that thrive on anything that they can use to talk about that, Doesn't matter what the subject is. If they can connect it to the Amico, they'll spend the entire time talking about their experience. And like I've said many times, and I've made a video about this, and recapping the whole fucking thing to talk 5 minutes about a new topic. A very specific person I'm talking about there. But, yeah, I don't know. Creep, did you hear about the game breaking bug in Cornhole? Apparently, the tournament mode can't be unlocked because of a glitch. Also, Gibson Jr., is that because Tommy is a... Oh, come on, man. Are you talking about Gibson Les Paul Jr.'s? I had a late 50s one for a short period of time. That's the one that got away, but... I don't know what you're talking about with this Gibson Jr., unless you're talking about Tommy being a short stature person. The car isn't any smaller. It's just stripped down. It doesn't have the carved top. I guess it's thinner. It only has one pickup. That's why they called it that. If you're even talking about that. I mean, so about the bug in Cornhole, I heard you guys talking about it. And I remember, while you were saying it, I said to myself, man, if I ever get asked about this, I can't really say anything because I haven't tried Cornhole. No lie. No, that is a lie. That is a lie. I have played Cornhole a number of times with the girls. I just don't get into that. The motion stuff is not for me. It was fun. We had a great time laughing and giggling and stuff. But, sorry, I did lie to you there for a second. I have played Cornhole, but I haven't sat and played it. You don't sit and play Cornhole. Nor have I really gotten into the darts. And I don't think I have the pool game. I don't. Again, mine isn't here for me to specifically go through everything. Mine is here because the organic nature of when, how, and with who I play with. That's what they were asking for with me. So, but that's it. Props to your songs, band, for getting a graveyard gig. That sounds awesome. Wow, yeah, John Petrucci is amazing. I love that kind of music. Yeah, it really is cool stuff. There was a lot of cats that went through Berkeley, like one of the Bop guys. One of those kids. Wait, weren't we talking about them earlier? Maybe that's who it was. The Nelsons. I can't remember anymore. And it's all because of the issues I have with memory. But, yeah, a lot of cats went through Berkeley that I got to meet. Really, really great place. You know what was awesome about Berkeley? If you had a friend that went, I did. I had a kid named Sam. He went there. This kid was a brilliant guitar player, but nothing came from here. It was all, it was all technical stuff. It was fun to watch. I mean, I used to make him play the Final Duel from Crossroads. The Steve Vai, Ralph Macchio going back and forth. And he, in high school, he was just doing it. I was so in awe by this guy's fingers. I was kind of hoping he'd tickle my colon, but with such ferocity. But he went to Berkeley, naturally. And I would literally just go to class with them. I would bring the guitar and everything. And I would learn about the shapes and modes and, fucking C7 sus and all that crap. I didn't have to pay for it. I'm just not going to get a degree from them. They didn't care at the time. Now, again, we're talking about the mid to late 90s. So I don't know what their practices are now. But they didn't care. You could just sit in and play. Yeah, Gibson Juniors are pretty big. I wouldn't call them big, but they're thick. But they're not as thick as a full carb top Les Paul. But man, I don't know how they did it. But just a simple pickup, 2 knobs, and you have a potential from whatever fucking voodoo magic they put into the Les Paul Jr. Man, I wish I still had that. I could have owned it for $200, but we just never could make it happen. It was either a 57 or a 59 Junior in great shape. It was one of those things where his grandfather had it. He bought it new. Or he bought it in 57. I think that was the story. But right around the time when Guns N' Roses was coming out, I was starting to get into Les Pauls like a lot of other cats. I was like, you know what? Maybe there is something to those guitars. Because I didn't like them for the longest time. I thought they were ugly. But then I started hearing and reading about, history of instruments and started getting into Vintage Guitar Magazine, which was brand new. It was like a big newspaper thing. Collecting vintage instruments wasn't quite a thing yet, And he says, I think my grandfather has a Les Paul. And he brought this thing. And I remember at the time thinking, the fuck is this? It says Les Paul. It's the shape, but what the... But I remember being really impressed by how aggressive it was. And then I found out from a tech that the pole pieces actually respond better when they're closer to the strings. Something to do with the wider, we were actually supposed to talk about that earlier. Microphonic versus... Sorry about that for anyone who was waiting on that. Great instrument. But then I gave it back to him because it wasn't mine. And then one day he just said in class, he was like, we're in this guy named Mr. Matus. What a fucking crazy bastard he was. He gave you no shits. If he didn't like you, you knew it. You knew it. He'd be like, dude, you're too stupid. You're so stupid it would take you 3 hours to watch 60 minutes. That kind of stuff, You'd trip over a cordless phone. Get out of my class. Don't go away, man. Just go the fuck away. But he was like, dude, you want the guitar? I don't want it. My grandfather doesn't want it. I'm like, how much you want for it? He's like, $200. And I was doing it. I was working at Friendly's at the time as a kid. I was working full-time and going to school full-time. So if anyone tries to say I'm a lazy bastard, fuck that. And I had a kid my senior year. So I was, I was always busy doing shit. But I was always the guy raking and shoveling out people and cutting lawns. I would walk up and down the street with a lawnmower and be like, $10, I'll do your front lawn right now. That kind of a thing. But, yeah, I forgot what I was saying. It doesn't matter. All right, what do we got here? What do we got here? Yellow Buckethead. I like the idea of Buckethead. The artistic design, Night Stalker, Cloudy Mountain. Yeah, they it looked great. I wasn't so excited about the Cloudy Mountain. I never really got into, the D&D games back in the day. But I hope Atari buys out television IPs. That would be interesting, I suppose, Mr. Shaw. Welcome in, man. Welcome in. Yeah, Gibson Juniors are pretty big. But, yeah, so him and I just never make it happen. We couldn't get together. And then one day he comes up to me and he's like, bro, that guitar. I'm like, what? What happened? My mom dropped the fucking treadmill on him. I'm like, why was it on the floor? What the fuck? And I guess he just had it on the floor like this. Like literally he just put it down. And the treadmill, when Mom lowered the thing to walk on, it hit here and snapped the headstock. And I was like, I'll still buy it, bro. I'll still buy it. I thought, it'd be a great thing to learn how to repair on. How crazy is that? Something that's worth about fucking 15 grand now, maybe even more, because it was in great shape. It didn't even have a lot of finish checking. It was a closet queen, That's all right, though. They're solid as fuck. Absolutely, man. The Juniors are just beasts. I would like to own another one before I die. I would prefer a vintage piece, even like the 60s, but I'd buy one brand new now if I had the money for it. But someday, that or get my early '80s rear-routed Explorer, '84 Explorer back. I had a black one, but my dream was always to have a white one from day one. Honestly, I watched Cliff 'em All and saw that white guitar, and it was just like from day one, that's the guitar, and I could never find one. I finally found the black one. I jumped on it and let it go. Suya says, I'm the one who gets a tiny guitar as my main. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I have an acoustic guitar in the studio now that's maybe 2/3 the size of this guitar total, It's a Yamaha acoustic. It's my daughter's. This young man who had a real crush on her gave it to her. And I was like, you got to bring that back, hon, especially if you're not going to reciprocate. She's gay. So, unfortunately, this dude was barking up the wrong fucking tree. And the kid's just like, no, I don't even play it. I don't even want it anymore. She can still have it. I think she would, do wonderful things with it. I play it all the time. It feels and plays great. It really does. Nothing expensive, but, Creep, do you like Dick Dale? He's a great guitar player. I don't get into that whole vibe. Though I do like rockabilly, but not so much the surf stuff. He's a surf guy, right? If I remember correctly. If it's who I think it is, great guitar player. Just not my jam. I don't buy jam, I buy honey, and I kiss it on the lips. I love that guy. I have a pair of Les Paul Juniors and a Mexican Telly. All you really need. Really? Yeah, absolutely. I do like having a neck humbucker or a neck P90, But you're right. That's all you really need. A Telly, in a lot of cases, is all you really need. Honestly, that's like, you're not going to play thrash with it, but you can. It's aggressive enough. But you're just not going to get the fullness unless you have pedals and shit like that. But I agree wholeheartedly. I almost bought as a matter of fact, the amp I'm using. It's a Black Star Studio 10 6L6, not the EL34. I actually tested this out with the Mexican Telly, and I tried to get the two as a package. But the Telly wasn't technically for sale yet, and they wouldn't bargain with me on it. Because it was still brand new. They wait a month before they start, bargaining on things. And it hadn't cleared the security, law enforcement, is it stolen kind of thing. So they weren't able to make a deal. Pretty good stuff. I always told snapped headstocks Gibsons are basically cursed. And a lot of people sit there and say that in a lot of cases it gives it mojo and it sounds better. You'll hear a lot of the older guys go, any Gibson with a broken headstock repaired right always seems to feel and sound better. And I think that's more so because you're relaxed. It's already a beater, you know what I mean? So you can just play and have fun. I think it's more that than anything, but maybe there is something to the science. I don't know. I've owned guitars with snapped headstocks. In fact, no, that was actually at the neck joint. My 78, I had the SG. It was all walnut. As a matter of fact, I just posted a picture of me with it. Most recently, my little things. I threw that at my fucking drummer. I just fucking threw it at him. I held it by the neck and went like this in hopes that it would fucking boomerang and crack him right upside the fucking head. Because me and my other guitar player, trying to fucking tune up, and this cocksucker's like da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And it was literally that rhythm. Damien, hey, you take care, my man. Thanks for stopping in. I'm glad I saw that before you left. What was I talking about? Oh, I thought that had a broken headstock, but I ended up repairing it. It was a nice clean, I've owned ones that had already been repaired. I never had a problem with it. I don't mind beat up old guitars, you know what I mean? As long as they play, I don't care. I love Dick Dale and surf. I like surf, but I have to be in the fucking mood for it. BAC, what's going on? Back from the dead. How you doing? Low E on the bottom. Dick Dale riding the beach with his tigers. He's got tigers? Or walking the beach. Sorry, the screen is, these things suck. I gotta get new ones. Neck joints, okay. I heard since it's set to begin with. Yeah. Hold on. There's a word missing in there. There's a heart in front of it. I can't. Someone comment. I'm just going to go like this. There we go. Neck joints, okay, I heard. Since it's set to begin with. Yeah. Those can be just fine. They can be just fine. But it's just the design flaw of the tilt back headstock. It has its benefits. I mean, it holds tension. And I don't even think this thing's at the proper degree. I think it's only like a 4-degree angle. I don't know. But it feels like this Daisy Rocks I had. I had this thing called the Debutante by Daisy Rocks. It was a single cut, one humbucker guitar. And it was like sparkly pink. I got it off of Reverb for like $35. Well, plus shipping. I think it was like $25 shipping. But I slammed an El Nico 5 cheap P90 in it. And the fucking thing screamed. I ended up selling that. I do that a lot with my stuff, Not because of anything more than once in a while the universe will just tell me that doesn't belong to you anymore, bro. I'll look at something and I'll either get fucking mad looking at it, or I'll just be like, this could go into somebody else's hands. Like last week I gave on the local Everything is Free Facebook group, I was doing acrylic pour painting for a while there. And I had this big gallon of the pour medium I got at my work and all kinds of stuff. And I'm just done with it. And I put it up there for free. Said someone who can use it. This would be a great starter kit for someone who's not ready to commit, but wants to at least give it a shot. And, of course it went quick. But I'm like that with almost everything. Nothing in this house technically belongs to me. It all belongs to the universe. And when the universe tells me it's got to fucking go, it's got to fucking go, And that's how I am with a lot of things. I got those 2 free guitars. They're both gone now, The only things I've really hung on to is my buddy Alex. He hooked me up with a couple of Glaries. He wasn't spending too much money. I still got those. And my PV Predator, because it's a fantastic Strat. It's a USA made one. I would put it up against any Fender, whether it be American, Japanese, or Mexican. The only downfall it has is the bridge in the pickups. And that's easily swappable. But the neck, I would say, hands down, is probably one of the better necks I've ever had in my hands. If you buy a USA-made early 90s PV Predator, buy it for that reason, even if you swap the neck to something. Because some of them can be plywood. Luckily, I got alder. So, nice heavy piece of alder. But yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great, man. Let's see. Yeah, Fender string trees on the headstock are their own pain. You know what? I know. There's a couple of remedies for them. And technically, you only need 3 strings. Depending on how steep of I guess, what would you call that? A cutaway for the headstock, because those necks are usually just one piece, and they literally just mill out the neck, out of the board. And some people do it at different thicknesses. But StewMac sells a string tree that has an extra little hook, so you don't have to have the 2 string trees, because you really only need 3 strings. In a perfect world, none of them would need it, but it is what it is. But, Back from the Dead says, pretty good, okay day at work so far. No cavities after going to the dentist this morning. I have a few cavities. Had a great trip to Boston for PAX East at the end of March. That's great. I'm glad. Didn't you already tell me that you tried Santopio's? Was that you or somebody else? PV90s are playable as fuck. They really are, man. They really are. People see the headstock logo and they just walk by it. And I totally get it, because it's just another fucking Strat, Even when I was growing up, everyone copied the Strat. It was always just 3 single coil, double cutaway guitars. And everybody made them, Very rare to not see them. But, yeah, absolutely love that shit. All right, guys, I think I'm going to call it. What a great stream this was. I was hoping to play more games, but this was fucking better. This was way better. I really appreciate everyone coming in here and being rad. I had one kid who decided to fucking throw up teeth. In fact, he put more teeth in the comments than I think I have in real life. So at least he was giving me that. It really doesn't bother me, guys. I don't get it. I don't respond to it. So it's like, why? Whatever. Grown men worrying about grown men. I just hope their kids aren't ashamed of them. That's all. So, yeah, let me see. Well, the stupid Fender doesn't. The trees, the G, and most of the stock guitars, they go flat constantly. Yeah. There's a necessity. It's an evil necessity sometimes, but I suppose a better quality of build, the less stuff like that you need, guys. Wherever in the world you are, I hope you're doing well. Thank you for hanging out, everybody. And if you're watching this after the fact, thank you. Don't forget down below, Alzheimer's Association. Click on that link and share it. You don't have to donate. I would love for you to do it. And I got a pile of donations that I've been coming up with. I actually teased a few pictures in the last couple of videos, if you find them. They're kind of like, they're blips, But I got a couple of really cool things. Some of the Tomy little pocket games with the little ball and stuff like that. I got a lot of really cool stuff that I want to get rid of and give to you guys for incentives for helping me out. And we're gonna do it like we did in past years, saying if between this time and this time you donate a minimum of this, you'll be put in a pool to win something. So that's how we'll do it, guys. I hope you're all doing well. And until next time, take care. Keep it real. That crap. And bye-bye. No swear, what's going on, man? Just a time for the sign-off. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was thinking about you today, my friend. I was thinking about you today. Maybe I'll get a hold of you later on. Not for anything in particular, just to catch up and everything. But, all right, Potion, thanks for coming in, man. I hope you're feeling well. I really do. Thanks.